In about a month, more than 100,000 people will descend on Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600. Event organizers told Eyewitness News reporter Jim Bradley they started looking at their security plan the day after the attacks in Boston. Jim.
Well, you know, anybody who's been out here on a race day knows this whole concourse is just teeming with people, so in the best of circumstances, it can be, well, a pretty tough security assignment. But after those bombings in Boston last week, the Speedway says we can expect even more security during the May races and maybe longer lines for people trying to get inside. Long before these stands fill with race fans, new security plans are being discussed in the aftermath of Boston's marathon bombings. It took Speedway President Marcus Smith almost no time to act.
We've already had those conversations very quickly the next day after the Boston tragedy, and we've made some plans.
What those plans are is something neither Smith nor the FBI, ATF, Homeland Security, or local police agencies that he's been meeting with want to discuss publicly. But Smith says not only will fans likely see more security when they come through these gates, they'll also benefit from undercover efforts too.
We have some security assets and surveillance assets at the Speedway that nobody ever sees.
Last weekend at the ZMAX Dragway, the Speedway says it began implementing security changes for fans and track workers. For the Coca-Cola 600, the stakes are much higher for the Speedway and fans.
I don't think anyone should be afraid to come to these events, but yes, security needs to be stepped up.
The Speedway admits security changes could make things slower for fans, but that's a price Jonathan Serdan says he's willing to pay.
Because it's such a large event, I would have no issues with any added security if it made it slower to get in, as long as everything is safe.
Now, there's no question that the events in Boston have gotten the Speedway's attention. Both Marcus Smith and Concord Police told me today that their security plan for race week is still evolving. Live in Concord, I'm Jim Bradley, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Jim. In just the past 10 minutes, the Charlotte-Mecklenburg School Board started its meeting. It's expected to vote on a facilities plan and how much money it will request from the county to make